Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the full moon in Sagittarius on June June 16th, 2019. I'm going to pull 3 cards from this deck, and I'm sorry I don't have the information available for this deck. It's been in this pouch for a very long time, so I don't remember what they were. And I am going to pull a guidance card using this deck, which is the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. So for you, this full moon is in your 9th house. This is a house of higher learning. This is a house of long distance travel, spirituality. I feel like with this, full moons are typically a time of releasing things that are no longer serving you. And I feel for the majority of you, this full moon is going to be releasing outdated belief systems and things like that. I do believe it's going to be in the belief systems that's going to be taking place for you. So let's see what messages come up for you, Aries. Your first card is the Hermit card in reverse. Your second card is the Queen of Swords in reverse. And your third card is the 8 of Swords upright. So just looking at these, I really feel like this for you is first, let's talk about the 2 reverse cards. So we got the Queen of Swords and we have the Hermit in reverse. And so I feel like there is a need to go within. And being in the reverse, I feel like it's just something that's either being avoided or you're not taking the time to do. But I do feel like this is a pretty significant time during this phase of this full moon. And if you are a regular on my Facebook channel or on my YouTube channel, you'll often hear me say, this thing goes full circle. So by the time we get to the next full moon at the end of July, this is when you should see all of this stuff have fallen into place to become much more stable and new for you moving forward. And so I feel like this is a time where you do need to take that time and go within to do some deep soul searching. I feel there's a lack of clarity right now for you, and that is what the problem is, or one of the issues is, or something that's got to be released. And within that, I feel like there's something that you're not seeing, this clarity that you don't have at this moment. I do feel like by taking the time with this Hermit card to do that deep soul searching and going within, that these answers are going to come up for you. I feel like it's going to bring this awareness. It's going to light this internal light. If you look at this, see the light that he's got that's showing the way, that's lighting the way. I feel like there's some deep information that's going to rise up for you and clarity that's going to come as a result of this. And what the overall for it will be is you understanding or recognizing where your mind may have been trapped in a certain way of thinking, a certain way of believing, and kind of held you prisoner within that belief system. So I do feel like with this information coming to light, when it does come to light, one of the things you're going to be releasing again is this old way of thinking, this what is not serving you, this mind trap or this entrapment, which is really an illusion. But I feel like it's going to take that deep soul searching. And with this being in reverse, the Hermit card, I feel like a lot of you are either not making the time, finding the time, or just trying to avoid dealing with it altogether. But I do feel that this is a pretty significant shift for you. This full moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's typically one of the more I shouldn't say more balanced of the fire signs, but this one is more, I do feel balanced as far as weighing things out versus like an Aries or a Leo who are just like, we're going to figure, we're going to figure it out along the way. And they just go right for it. They don't stop to hesitate to, to weigh the pros and cons or this, that, and the third thing. But I feel for you, Aries, that this is a time for some deep soul searching and reflection and just awareness of your own authentic needs moving forward. And again, I feel like with this Queen of Swords in reverse that either the information that you're basing things on right now, one, is not clear. Two, it can be very negative. Like this card right here could be very good indication that you, your self-talk is negative, or you're always thinking the worst case scenario, or whatever this is for you. But I feel with this Hermit in reverse, asking you to do that deep soul search and that recognition of what's holding you, blocking you from moving forward. So let's see what the guidance card has to say for you. I do feel, again, like this is a time to really recognize your worth and to see where you may be self-sabotaging and holding yourself in a certain situation or a certain way. And again, with the 9th house, I feel like this is about your belief systems and things like that. Healing the heart, healing heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. So I really have this spiritual feeling when I'm looking at this card. I love the water in this, and I love seeing someone looking like they're helping someone else. Grow, evolve, something like that. And I feel if this isn't coming in and happening for you, it's something that's developing for you to be able to offer to others. So Aries, this is what I see for you as far as this full moon goes. Doing that deep soul searching, recognizing where you are, almost self-sabotaging or hurting yourself with your thoughts and negative ways of thinking and how it's holding you prisoner. And I feel like once this awareness comes in for you, it's going to be this big aha and this enlightenment, this awakening, and allow you to see it for what it really is now and to release that for this upcoming full moon. I do hope that serves you well, and I will see you back here next month.